All right, welcome back to another episode of the Questionable Group Chat. We are through another week of the NFL. This is week 7, right? Yep, week 7. The Ravens are 5-2. Big win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their house. Final score 41-31. Very high scoring game, but don't let the score mislead you. The Ravens dominated for pretty much the majority of the game. Lamar Jackson had a Jackson 5 touchdowns, 281 yards. Really high completion percentage, over 70%. Baker Mayfield, 3 touchdowns, 2 costly picks. Derrick Henry was quiet in the first half. I don't even think he had 50 yards in the first half. But then in the second half, he absolutely dominated, went out for an 80-yard run, finished the game with 169 yards. Rashad Bateman. I have been calling about Rashad Bateman, saying he's going to have a breakout year this year. And this game, he showed it. He had 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin both got hurt in this game. It looked kind of dangerous. It looked like it was going to be a high-scoring shootout nail-biter in the beginning of the game. Mike Evans was just absolutely killing Brandon Stevens. It looked like the Ravens' defense was basically doubling Chris Godwin and leaving Brandon Stevens one-on-one for the most part with Mike Evans, which was a really tough assignment. And Mike Evans unfortunately pulled his hamstring, or had his hamstring injury, and he was out for the rest of the game. And then, to be honest, his defense has just kind of been hard to watch.
Not good.
Not
we
good.
got kind of lucky. We got lucky that Mike Evans got hurt. And even on that drive, there was like a questionable holding call that kind of screwed the Bucks.
Yeah.
Because they were about to go up. They were about to go up 17-0. Because I think it was already 10-0.
Yeah.
And then after Mike Evans got hurt in that holding call, then Baker threw that interception to Marlon Humphrey, which was a great play, but I think we definitely lucked out. Because 17-0 would have been tough. I don't know.
Oh, no, yeah, he did throw a pick. You're right. Sorry. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he threw a pick in the end zone.
Yeah,
Marlon Humphrey.
Yep. And on that note, Marlon Humphrey is having a hell of a season. I think he has 4 interceptions for the season right now.
I think he has 5.
Oh, maybe he has 5. I mean, that's insane. Like, he is having a resurgence this year, and let me see. I'm looking right now. Oh no, he has 4. He has 4, but still 4 in 7 games is that's really good. And they were all.
Yeah.
I mean, every interception is like important, but like they all pretty much turned the game around. They led to 2 wins. One against the Bengals, and the 2 on here have just been drive killers. Obviously, yeah,
that
they're
first one was huge.
The first
that one.
Yep.
It would have been difficult for us to come back 17-0.
Yep, and he got hurt. He didn't finish the game, but apparently there was nothing major with his knee. It was just precautionary. And I wouldn't mind if he sat out this next game against the Browns. I think he should. If he's not 100%, I feel like he should, just to play it safe, because we need him for the rest of the season, for the playoffs especially.
And the defense played well even after he got out. They didn't score in the second or third quarter. They didn't really start scoring until the fourth quarter, and by then the game was kind of
out of hand. I was getting very nervous because just PTSD from how many fourth quarter blown leads we've had. I was getting a little nervous, and then the onside kick, we failed to recover an onside kick, which is absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, at this point, I feel like Zay Flowers should not be on the onside kick return team, because
he shouldn't be.
This is 2 times he has specifically failed at recovering the onside kick, which is a problem. And I just feel like let's just take him out and put someone else in, because like I said, he's failed 2 times, and this should be easy to recover. Another thing I want to note: Lamar Jackson. He was fantastic. I believe he's the MVP frontrunner after this game.
He was super efficient, unbelievable completion percentage, yards per attempt, unbelievable. 5 touchdowns. The pass to Rashad Bateman was beautiful. It's good to see. It's good that they seem to be getting on the same page. They had a lot of miscommunications last year. This year it looks better. So that's been really important for. And it's not just this game. Like Rashad Bateman played well last week too. He had like 70 yards. And he had some key catches.
Yeah.
Um,
Zay Flowers also got hurt in this game. Um,
yeah, hip drop tackle.
yeah,
Um,
and so
yeah, that wasn't good, but I think he's fine.
it might make sense because we had a Monday night game, but the Wednesday practice report came out, and looks like Zay didn't practice, Marlo didn't practice. I think Nate Wiggins didn't practice. He had like a shoulder issue, and I think there was another corner that didn't practice as well, um, which is kind of
Yeah, that's
scary.
not good. I mean, it's gonna be dangerous if more than. I mean, Marlo might not play. It would be scary if Zay is not playing because although the Browns look like shit, Watson tore his Achilles, so now Jameis Winston's coming in, and Jameis Winston's going to be way better than Watson because Watson was like literally one of the worst QBs the NFL's ever seen this season. So like Jameis is not going to be that bad, and we have no tape on him.
Yeah,
Now they did lose Amari Cooper, so that's good. But Nick Chubb is back, and he's a beast. So that's going to be interesting. But
it's
for
a
this
division
game,
game.
and it's a division game, yeah. For this game, I mean, it was just an offensive showcase. They like literally could not really stop, except for like the first quarter. They couldn't stop our offense at all. Everyone had it. I mean, it seemed like everyone had a huge game. Besides, like Isaiah Likely only had 2 catches, but like Andrews had a big game, 2 touchdowns. Rashad Bateman obviously had a huge game. Um, you know, Justice Hill had a nice touchdown, like a screen.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, it was. I mean, we were just doing like they literally couldn't stop anything that we were doing.
Yeah, yeah.
We only punted. I think we only punted like
Maybe once.
maybe maybe once. And even on like one of the drives, it was a fourth and like 4 or something, and we went for it in the red zone, and
That was crazy, and Andrews
Lamar.
got a
That
touchdown.
was great. I couldn't believe we went for it, and Lamar threw easy touchdown to Mark Andrews.
It just
Like
shows
that
how
was
much.
the second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just shows how much we trust, or Harbaugh or the team trusts our offense. And also Justice Hill. It was like 3rd and 26, and Justice Hill, it was like a screen or something, and he got 18 yards, and we were able to kick a field goal. So shout out to
yeah,
Justice Hill. Also shout out to Justin Tucker because he made some pretty long kicks. I think he's back. I think he's fully back to form, which is really
yeah.
nice to see. Uh, few negatives that I want to touch on. One, the penalties. Oh my God, we had so many penalties that were
It's unbelievable,
insane.
especially on offense. Like
Just
they're just
drive
so
killers.
false starts, holdings, ineligible man downfield. Like
Like, what is going
it,
on?
yeah. And thankfully, we got. I mean, our offense was firing so on every cylinder that like it didn't. It only really killed one drive that ended up in a field goal, which may have been a touchdown. Actually, probably would have been a touchdown without the penalties. But like, it's unacceptable. I don't understand why we keep getting these penalties. I mean, we just got to be better. I don't
Yeah,
like. It's just annoying. Um, Only the negative besides penalties would just be defense in general,
yeah.
and then special teams like onside kicks. But other than that, like there's nothing really There's not a lot of negatives here. I mean, it's an away
I'm gonna say
game.
another negative, and I said this in another video. Lamar, he's great, fantastic. Um, Debatable whether he's the best QB in the NFL. It's between him and Mahomes, but there are layup throws he misses, and in this
He missed.
game
Oh,
he
the
had a
turnover.
layup
Yeah,
throw to Zay Flowers. I mean, this is like
right,
one of the easiest throws you can make, and it turned into a fumble, almost return. I mean, it led to a touchdown, and it's like
right.
these are the mistakes. These are the mistakes you cannot make in the playoffs. You cannot
Yeah,
these are literally game-losing, momentum-changing mistakes. And
right.
thankfully we came out with the W, but when it comes to playoff time, we cannot make mistakes like this. And I'm like, I know I'm being sounding crazy because Lamar did have 5 touchdowns and over 70% completion, but like, especially against the Chiefs,
I mean,
you have to be
yeah,
perfect. You have to be
yeah, to be
perfect if you
perfect.
want to beat them. So
Right.
that's just I'll stop talking about it. Let's we can, but this is one of the
I
things I
mean,
want to point out.
if he throws 5 touchdowns against the Chiefs, then we're both like, I mean, any game where you throw 5 touchdowns, you're probably winning
You're
that
probably
game.
winning the game. That's also I mean, yeah, that's also true. But I just wanted to put it out there because I talked about it, and when I saw it, I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you should. These are
Even though they scored a lot of points, I mean, the defense played pretty good. Like without that dumbass turnover that Lamar had there, I that turned into a touchdown for them because they got the
yeah,
ball at like the 5 yard line. Like without that, this game really was not as close as
not
the
as close as the
scoreboard
scoreboard.
showed.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right.
I
Cool.
mean, and it's not like the Bucks they're a good team, but again, it's a caveat with Mike Evans went out pretty early, like the first quarter, and then once he went out, their offense was like
Pretty much done. And
non-existent.
now this season is
Um,
probably over because they lost Chris Godwin for the whole season. He's done. And there's some
yeah,
controversy around whether it was a hip drop tackle or not. I don't think it was.
I don't think it
I don't
was.
think it was, but I don't know. That's up to them to decide. But it's a bang bang play. And then Mike Evans is also probably out for a game or two,
For
maybe
more than
longer.
that.
Yeah,
I don't think
so
he's going to be back until week like
it's really
10
unfortunate.
or 11.
It's really unfortunate. The NFC is just wide open. Besides, like the Lions are obviously like the favorite, but that division, NFC North, is just it's a bloodbath.
I mean, like, yeah, the Lions are the favorite, but like they literally beat the Vikings. Like it was a really close game. They
Yeah,
won off a game-winning field goal. It wasn't like they whooped their ass. It was like that game could have easily the Vikings could have easily won that game too.
yeah. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So we're 5-2. Got the Browns next. That should be a W. We should not lose to the Browns. They look terrible. I know it could be a trap game, but we should not lose this game.
I wish Watson didn't get hurt.
I
I
know. I
wish
wish
he was
Watson
playing.
didn't get hurt either.
If it was Watson, I'd say we're gonna win easily. But Jameis, man, he throws like our
Those
pass defense
bombs.
is so bad.
Yeah.
And if Marlon doesn't play, I'm very concerned about the pass defense because he's obviously our best corner,
But Jameis will at
obviously,
least
and
have one or two turnovers. He just the way he plays. If he plays like he
well,
plays
I
the
mean, we'll
Bucks,
see. I don't know. We'll see.
if he just
I hope so. It's if it was in Baltimore, I'd feel better, but it's in Cleveland, so
mm,
we'll see. I mean, we should win. Yeah, I agree, we should win, but it wouldn't completely shock me if we lost, especially if Marlon doesn't play, and also if Zay doesn't play, because there's a chance Zay Flowers doesn't play. And
yeah,
the Browns defense is still like
they still have
they
Miles
still have
Garrett.
Miles Garrett,
It was
um,
fantastic. Yeah. No, that's
Denzel
fair.
Ward, and
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
and
that's
we'll
fair.
see.
That's fair. We'll see. I expect us to win, but yeah, that's totally fair. All right. Well, this has been another episode of Questionable Group Chat covering the Ravens, and we'll see you in the next one. Go Ravens.